Now, after a series of debates and discussions, Amazon rainforest nations have finally agreed to a list of policies and measures they intend to bolster regional cooperation to protect the Amazon. However, the nations failed to agree on a common ground for ending deforestation, which is one of the biggest issues in this region. Instead, a joint declaration was issued on the first day of Brazil's two-day Amazon summit. It ended with the participating nations creating an alliance for combating forest destruction. Now, the nations are left to pursue their individual deforestation goals. Responding to the development, the Executive Secretary of Brazil's Climate Observatory said, and I'm quoting here, "It is not possible that in a scenario like this, 8 Amazonian countries are unable to put in a statement in large letters that deforestation needs to be zero." The long-awaited summit was called to discuss proposals for blocking new oil drilling to stop the world's biggest rainforest from reaching a point of no return. Colombian President Gustavo Petro called for an end to new oil exploration in the Amazon, a stance that was not agreed to by many fellow Amazon nations. Petro also compared the left wing's desire to keep drilling for oil to the right wing's denial of climate science.
Mas há menção à questão dos combustíveis fósseis, sem dúvida nenhuma.
But there is a mention in the Balham Declaration of the issue of fossil fuels. Without a doubt, Colombia's position is not divergent. As I said, and I insist on that, we do not have a different position. The position is convergent, and each country will have to follow a pace that is within its reach. There are many countries in the world that still have an energy system totally dependent on coal and fossil fuels. They will be further away, but that doesn't mean they are against it, I assume.
Meanwhile, leaders from these nations also called upon developed nations to take measures to stop the enormous destruction of the Amazon. The leaders also discussed sharing the load to protect the Amazon. This as the damage has been caused by so many. The protection task cannot fall to just a few nations. Beyond deforestation, the final joint statement of the summit, called the Belém Declaration, also emphasized upon indigenous rights and protection. This week's summit brought together the Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization for the first time in 14 long years, with plans to reach a broad agreement on issues from fighting deforestation to financing sustainable development.